Hello, Ron Mithril here once again, getting back to the Legend of Zelda Second Quest 100% run. So I finished the first stage, so now it's time to set off in search of the second. There's also the little matter of a candle we need to buy. But as usual, the more rupees the merrier. And again. So we need to head down a little bit more. And now we start heading this way. More rupees, always nice. And it's time to buy us a candle. Delightful. So the blue candle can only be used once per room, but that's enough. It opens up a good bit for us. Also, as long as I'm here and armed with bombs, we'll set one right here. Let's play money-making game. May as well. That worked out nicely. That may end up being a go-to place to get rupees, because like I said, there are a lot of areas during this quest where I'm going to want to make sure I'm stocked up. There's a burnable tree in here. We really do not want to burn it because there's a cranky old guy in there that wants our money. There's also a tree in this room that goes away, but we actually can't do anything with it just yet. The candle actually isn't the answer, oddly enough. Oh, for once one of those that I can actually make use of. This, though, we can burn. It's a secret too, everybody! A secret worth 30 rupees. Lovely. Now we'll go ahead and come up here, because we can burn this one too. It's a secret too, everybody! 30 more rupees, meaning we already made back our investment on the candle. But we're not quite done setting fires just yet. Let's burn this one. Here we just have a shop. And as much as I want to say everything's expensive, this is actually the least expensive price we can find for the magical shield. Everywhere else it's over 100 rupees. So, bargain basement price of 90, I'll take it. Just to show how wonderful this thing is. Come on, Zola. You can aim better than that. I know you can. There we go. And yeah, I know it's a matter of question as to whether that's called Zola or Zora. Obviously in later games they're called Zora, and it's probably just the usual translation issue of L's and R's. But in the original manual they were called Zola, so I'm sticking with it. So we're going to keep exploring around a little bit. One other major spot I want to hit before we go for the second dungeon ones also have a bit of a habit of being rather annoying in Hyrule Warriors. They can cancel out of just about every move to go into this belly flop that does a ridiculous amount of damage. So we'll burn this tree. It's a secret to everybody. A really, really good secret to everybody. I'm actually going to hold on to that cash for now, and we'll go ahead and heal here at the fairy fountain. But yeah, good to be a bit stocked up on cash. So we're going to come up here. Have a bunch of blue levers to deal with. No biggie, just want to take my time so I don't faceplant into them as they're burrowing up. So we've got a secret passage here under the Armos. Bit on the speedy side. We have some others we can fight if we want to, just in case they have anything to give us. The fast ones make me a bit nervous. Do you guys just not drop anything? You're being very stingy. Last one. Okay, maybe Armos just can't drop anything. But anyway, yeah, this used to be a shop where we could buy the blue ring. Not anymore, now it's level 2. So, back after a refreshing pause. And so it's time for the second dungeon. This one's kind of a thing, so let's get right to it. We're immediately greeted by Gibdos. Thankfully these guys aren't too hard to fight, they're just really durable is all. They kind of feel like glorified First Quest Stalfos. They can't throw anything at you, they just slowly wander toward you. Don't let them hit you though, they do 2 hearts worth of damage per hit. But keep your distance and they're no problem. Scary mummies, boogity boogity boogity! And we're given a key for our efforts. Here we have a trio of Zols. Hit them once and they split into 2 gels. Unless the attack is powerful enough to one-shot them, in which case they're just immediately destroyed. Once they're gone, you can push that block to get back out if you want, in case you just really need to escape the dungeon. And here we have a trio of red dark nuts. They're not too bad, really. Just remember that you cannot attack them from head-on. You have to go from behind or from the sides. Sword beams work, but aren't strictly necessary. They just kind of help until you've thinned the crowd a little bit. And we get the compass. So unless you one-shot these Zols, they do tend to respawn immediately. I think the only thing I have that can one-shot them really right now is bombs, and it's not really worth it. So the magical shield can block shots from the spinning statues, but the hit detection feels a little wonky on it sometimes. There are plenty of times that I feel like I should have been saved and I haven't been, but also vice versa. More often than not, it does feel like it saves you, though. A minor detail I've noticed with Gibdos in Hyrule Warriors: adventure maps that feature Gibdos, they don't actually use this sprite. Instead, they use a modified version of the custom sprite that they made for Redeads. But honestly, it makes sense. In Hyrule Warriors, Gibdos do behave basically like Redeads. I think there's some canon basis to that. I know in one of the games, Gibdos were more or less model swaps of Redeads. Maybe Ocarina of Time was when that occurred? Been a long time since I've played that game. I should really go through it again. I think I have it on Virtual Console from my original Wii. Also sometimes still need to finish off Twilight Princess. It was one of those games I was enjoying it, I just got distracted by other games I had at the time. Hi there, Manhandla. You're certainly one of the more annoying bosses, both here and in Hyrule Warriors. That bullet seed attack you have is really annoying, so I'm happy to get a one-shot on you with those bombs. But yeah, Manhandla in Hyrule Warriors is quite the pain. Exposing its weak point is a bit of a chore, and that bullet seed attack it has, it just shreds through your health if it hits you. And there's also its nasty habit of making Manhandla stalks all over the field that you have to go tracking down because they're just arbitrarily attacking your main keep. So that's kind of problematic. It's honestly probably my least favorite boss to deal with. Yeah, the Imprisoned is a pain, but I don't know, at the very least it can't, like, just decide out of nowhere, nope, I'm attacking your main base. I will very happily take that. And we'll go ahead and go up here. Yeah, like that. See, I really don't feel like I should have been saved from that, but I'll take it. And we get the map. Today's dungeon is brought to you by the letter A. Ever get the feeling you're being funneled somewhere? Sadly, we can't get that key from here. And now for a bit of a guide dang it moment. I'm not sure there's anything in the game that actually hints you're supposed to do this, but yeah. You just push through the wall, you don't even bomb it. But going down these stairs, we find the recorder. I remember in the custom Zelda Classic quest I was working on, just to be silly and to kind of joke around with the term recorder, I replaced it with a CD player. I have a silly sense of humor sometimes. So we push through this wall to get back out. Oh, you guys are back. Well, just in case you want to drop bombs or rupees. That's a good start. I mean, I do at some point still have to worry about getting 250 rupees for the blue ring, so there is that. We need to come back up here real quick, though. Of course you guys respawns too. You're not gonna drop anything, but I still just want you out of the way. At least thin the herd a little bit. Because I need access to bomb here. Doing that, we can get the key that we saw earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to the boomerang now. I just knew they were going to put another bat in my way. And even more bats in the way. So we'll just go in here. And we have a bit of an enemy medley. Keese, Gibdo, and also a couple of Pols Voice. Unfortunately, we don't have the bow and arrow right now, and why is that one stuck in the wall? I have never seen that happen before. That was interesting. Pols Voice, if you don't have the bow and arrow, they are highly durable, so that's a bit of a thing. Also, they do 2 hearts worth of damage if they hit you, so they're kind of on par with the killer rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Death incarnate with sharp pointy teeth. And I will very happily take that. Having better luck with the clocks lately. And more dark nuts. Maybe I'm just thinking of grape nuts, but dark nuts sounds like it would be a really weird cereal. Ah, I expected you to keep walking straight, but no. Oh well, I'll have to take on you guys without sword beams. Unless one of you wants to replace that heart, I certainly wouldn't say no to that. Yeah, sadly you can't use the boomerang to stun them, they're too well armored for that. There we go. But yeah, my sense of humor is a bit stranger than usual, probably. I haven't been up too long today. I don't think you can push either of those blocks. They're just kind of there. Yeah, in a room like this, I really want to be careful. The spike traps, they close you in a good bit here. Spitting statues don't help much either. More Zols to deal with. Just deal with you this way. And we get another key. Weird thing about this dungeon, it gives you a major surplus of keys. Like, way more than you actually need to get through this dungeon. And so we get more rupees, always nice. And we go downstairs. And another trio of dark nuts. Yeah, with my custom Zelda quest, I had a nasty habit of spamming dark nuts in that same dungeon where I had the CD player. Had I stuck to red ones, it probably would have been fair and reasonable, but no, I just had to spam blue ones. No idea what I was thinking. And so we go through here. And already they're tossing Gleeok at us. The real nasty part of this is the magical shield cannot defend against Gleeok's shots, I don't think. They may look the same as some of the shots that can be deflected by the magical shield, but proof of concept. I really wish that hadn't happened. Having to fight Gleeok close range is kind of an intimidating thing, and unfortunately I don't think bombs work on him. I think I experimented with that back in the first quest. At least you're only two-headed. It's gonna get far worse. And I've seen far, far worse in ROM hacks and custom Zelda quests. I've seen Gleeoks with like 10 heads. That's just wrong. Boy, you do not want me to get close, do you? I mean, sure, that makes sense. I wouldn't want somebody with a sword getting close to me either. But, well, you're kind of in my way. You're impeding progress here. You kind of hurt a lot, so I don't want to risk getting hit too much. Ugh. There we go. Gleeok is down, heart container gets. And we've claimed the second piece of the Triforce. Refill our health, and we're good. So yeah, that stage was quite the thing for this early on in the game. Get rid of you guys. I will be interested to know if anyone wants to fill me in the comments. Can Armos just really not drop anything? I'd be tempted to try again, but this video is going to be long enough as is. Levers didn't want to drop anything either. But with that, that's where we're going to call it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.